In a perfect world, all 365 days of every year will be positive and productive. But in reality, there will always be one bad day among your hundreds of good days. And I will share my 3 core secrets on how to become a good finisher today. This is NTSL Discovery Zone, where we remind you of the essential things of life, and there is no lie. I am David Eyiangho, and I welcome you to this episode of NTSL Wisdom Mining Podcast, a show where I reveal how wisdom impacts your daily life, because success by design is 80% wisdom. And if you have a lot of wisdom, you will have your world under your control. And thank you. And I appreciate your investments of your precious time to be part of the show today. And I thank you also for continuing to subscribe to this show. It means a lot to us. Your subscription also means you will get an alert when a new dose of wisdom is available to your family. And today's topic is examine problems for hidden wisdom and how the world really works. I will deal with why you should not give up without a fight. And I will share with you 3 of my core secrets on how to become a good finisher. Only a good finisher gets the gold medal, not those armchair critics. So let's get straight into the podcast. Number 1, let's talk about reality and how the world really works. Of course, in a perfect world, all 365 days of every year will be positive. As I've just said, but in reality, there will always be one bad day among hundreds of good days. It is important to stop trying to avoid them altogether. Yes, negative experiences can get us down, but there are also great opportunities to learn and grow. There are chances to change the aspect of life that no longer serve us. Because human beings were very good at hanging on to things. We just keep doing it because it has become a habit. We don't examine to see if it is still really profitable or is still yielding any results. So imagine if you had given up every time life was challenging. You will never be where you are right now. Let's go of the things outside your control. Just let it go. Like other people's opinions and actions. Instead, focus on bettering your outlook, like working on feeling more confidence in your skills or improving how you treat others. There is more to life than what you are seeing happening right now. So focus on your purpose. Open your imagination to all that you can accomplish if you keep going and fight the desire to give up. If you need a boost, take a look at some of these tips for which whenever you want to give up, because our personal lives and professional lives are very different. We have created 2 separate lists to help in the event that you want to give up in life. or give up in business. If you are looking for tips on what to do when you want to throw in that towel in business or in your family or relationship, I want right now to share 3 of my secrets with you. Secret number 1, learn how to make lemonade out of every lemon experience. When my plane is delayed, I think of it as an extra hour to read and catch up on my correspondence rather than fighting the airline and getting disgruntled, worked up, frustrated. Think about all the potential advantages a problem might produce. This is one of the secrets of becoming an uncommon problem solver for the world. Here is a very interesting verse from the Holy Bible that is full of wisdom for everyday living. And I'm sharing it from Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. It says, "Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things." The verse is encouraging us to think on the positives, things that can come out of our challenges. That's very, very profound. Please, when you come across a challenge, don't just fall over. You look very carefully, look deep about it. Don't dwell on it 24/7. Look to if you can take time out. It can do just 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Sit in a quiet place where you are not disturbed. No phones, no TV. Just encourage the people around you to give you that dead silence environment for that period. And just think through what the challenge is, and then what are the benefits that you are seeing, all the wisdom that you can learn from it that will become useful to your family and to other people around you to which you provide services. Number 2 secrets. I call these unteachable spirits. Your associations matter. Oh, I can go on and on with this, with people who have good association and those that have got really bad ones. People, when you have good association, people will open great and effective doors of solutions to you. When you always position yourself before them as a learner, as someone who can receive and act on good advice and instructions. A person that is unteachable will always be unemployable. Yes, they may have a job through some back channel, not based on their merits, but they will have no impact and produces little or no value whatsoever. They never make any meaningful progress in life. They just hide in the crowd or in families in the name of marriage. Talking about spouse now. These people are very easy to find. Let me give you an example where you can find them. They are mostly advocates of religions and traditions. The 2 groups of people Jesus will never associate with because they reject the Spirit of God that produces great character traits like integrity, creativity. Without creativity, you cannot think through solution to any problem on earth. Optimism, courage, grit, ability to fail and get up again. You don't need anybody to encourage you. You just keep going until you succeed again. Conscientiousness. Yeah. Excellence, the spirit of excellence. And they produce excellence in anything a person touches to do on earth. That is the Spirit of God. Look out for these people. Mark them and never invest in their lives, because they are like devourers. They will fleece you and then they will dump you. Never invest in a poor soil. Invest only in a 30, 60 or 100-fold soil. These are the fertile soils where you will see results and profit. Never believe what they say, because you can see what they do every day. The spirit of unteachability will show up in their mannerism, their tones of voice, their attitude, the looks on their face. Their hands produce virtually nothing that will help other people. People with unteachable spirits will never ask you what they can do to help you. Instead, they are constantly on the asking mode, because maybe they somehow believe their blessings are in your pockets. Yeah. They will never have even a dim of thought for the awesome principle of life that says it is profitable to be a giver than a taker. That is the people with unteachable spirits. And lastly, number 3, secrets. I want to share with you how to avoid burnout. Because when you come across multiple challenges that just come from nowhere, evil days bubble up without warning, you can get easily burnt out. I want to share this secret with you that will prepare you. It's like inoculation. This is a very important problem when you live your day-to-day life. You see, happiness is a decision you make. If your happiness depends on things and people around you, you will soon run onto a dry dock. Trust me. Because people, human being by default, will like to blame everything. Every human being, blame the government, blame your spouse, blame your children, blame your community for everything that happened to you. But no, they never point the finger at themselves. And 99% of the time, it is you that is the problem of you, not those people you are pointing finger at. Here I am specifically talking to you, fathers and father-led home. For obvious reasons, I can't go through in detail right now. Most people are unhappy. Because when you lead people and you're unhappy, it's a big problem. And that may not be their fault, due to ignorance. You are taught to work 12 hours a day. You are taught to neglect your health, to skip time with friends and family. And then you get stressed and burnt out. Yeah, we know you are not lazy. You are not the problem per se. The problem is the system that have sold you, the one where the harder you work, the better life you get. Yeah, that's what it sells to you every day, wherever you turn. But the good life, with the 5 non-negotiable of life, which is the family, finance, faith, friendship, and fitness, does not come from working hard. That, of course, is only part of it. It comes from experimentation, thinking, and persistent action. Of course, working smart. That's where it comes from. I have a coaching program where you can have a deep dive into all the lessons that have helped me escape the burnout trap. You can schedule a one-on-one chat with me to take advantage of it. Just go to ntsl.com/private. Here is the framework. Please pay attention. I use every day to cope with potential burnout. It is called the 60-30-10 rule. Let's break it down. Number one, 60% of your day is spent focusing on building wealth. As a father, as a leader of the home, that's your responsibility. Not just working, but thinking strategically. And think to yourself, what are the 3 things you can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? Because we always are so good at doing unnecessary things every day, and we wonder why we're burnt out all the time. That is where your focus should be. Find those 3 things. Number 2, 30% of your time is for love and relationship. This is a big one. This is one most people get wrong almost all the time. We are meant to be social creatures. Lack of social interaction with human beings, please, I mean human being, leads to loneliness and isolation that creates serious spiritual problem. What the world out there erroneously call mental disease. I spend about 2 to 3 hours talking on the phone daily, whether it be to business partners, clients, or to my family and my friends. Number 3, 10% goes to your health. The better you feel, the better you perform. And making money is all about energy. My happy warrior, please remember that. Making money is all about energy. Be prepared for the day. An hour prepping a healthy meal and walk outside for about 30 minutes can seriously change your mood for the day. Here is a professional tip for you. While I'm walking about 2 to 5 miles, I am also on the phone talking to people. Please let me interject here and give you this very, very important message. 75% of accidents comes from gym-related activity. So be very, very careful. Yeah, I can understand people go to gym for connections, that's great. But be very, very careful. If that is your motive, that's fine. This formula is simple, but look around and see for yourself. Most people do not follow what I have just shared with you. This is one of many formulas and frameworks that I use to live my life of virtually perpetual health and healing. It's very, very important. Like I said before, we can have a private chat to get the rest of them. And the web page is at ntsl.com/private. I want you to remember one very important thing. Your health is your responsibility. Healing belongs to God. So when you are eating junk stuff, you are storing things in your body that will later manifest into sicknesses and diseases because of digestive issue. 80% of your problem is the digestion at the colon. So when you eat junk food and then you end up with that cancer, the bowel, cancer of this, cancer of that, don't be surprised, because you are the one that is killing yourself. Nobody else. Nobody forces you to eat that food. So as we bring this podcast to its landing today, I want you to develop the spirit of a finisher. You see, every task has an unpleasant side, but you must cultivate focus on the end result you are producing. Complaining people focus on wrong things. Their effort, their toil, their responsibility. No. Champions talk faith because their focus is on the finished result, the next finished milestone, where they can get their profits, their reward. So from today, please, I want you to ban forever the satanic phrase in the common workplace, "We are working on it." Please get it out of your spirit. It is really an unproductivity curse and can be really problematic in your life. I would like to know what you think and also hear about your results. Just leave your comments below in the comment section, or you can email us at support@ntsl.com. We have a deep dive coaching program that will address and help you with the points I have raised and covered in this podcast. There is a link, I said, in the show notes to request a one-on-one chat with me, or you can head straight to the webpage ntsl.com/private, where you can also secure your chat with me. So the number one rule of life is know the code for success. They will never teach you this in the schools and colleges. But the good news is that at NTSL Coaching by Design, that is simply our number one mission. Remember, when you understand a thing, it will work for you. Getting a knowledge is good, but if you don't understand that knowledge, it will never work for you. NTSL is where wisdom lives, because success by design is 80% wisdom. And if you have a lot of wisdom, you will have your world under your control. And that is all we have time for today. So I want to thank you for listening. Please let me know your number one takeaway from this show today. Leave your comment below, or you can email us support@ntsl.com. Until next show, I wish you a passionate and profound growth in your family and in your friendship, in your finances, in your fitness, as well as in your faith. This is David Eyiangho. Remember, NTSL coaching is a safe place in an unsafe world. You stay safe and you stay blessed.